Welcome back to Mass Appeal. What if we told you that there was a way to blast your air conditioner, for the most part, all summer long and not have to pay much more for it, if at all? Marin Goldstein, he's from the Center for EcoTechnology. So you have the tips, and what we're trying to tell people is if you cut down on your energy in other places, you can make that money up if you like a chillier house during the summertime. So our first tip is to get out of the house, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of different places you want to go, especially in the hottest part of your day, so you can turn down the AC in your house and go somewhere else. Go to the library, go to the mall, go places like that. Go to a pond, go to a lake, find some places to be nice and cool.
And that brings us to another point, too. The programmable thermostat is such an important tool. It might be the most important tool for helping to control your energy bill, because you can set it differently depending on your lifestyle. How do they work?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's different types of programmable thermostats. You can have the ones where you basically set them for a whole week, or you can set them for 5 days in your weekend. But basically, you set them so the times when you know you're going to be out of the house, it will automatically, for your AC, go warm the house. So it won't have the AC cooling the house quite so much. And it saves a lot of money that way. You can save, significant amount of money on a regular basis if you have that programmable thermostat programmed and you're using it.
Because there's an old wives' tale that says, it takes so long to cool your house down or to heat your house up in the winter, but that's not the case. Using a programmable thermostat really enables you to save money.
Yeah, especially like, if you're about to wake up, so a half hour before you wake up, it turns on, it starts to blast that coolness, it really cools down the space again. Then when you're actually up and moving around, then your space is already cooled, it's already survivable and enjoyable, and then you haven't had to just cool it all night at that same temperature.
Great tip where you can save a lot of money that way. Another idea, take cold showers. I know, but you can take cold showers.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's definitely a way to cool yourself off, and then you're also not using all that energy to heat the water in the first place. So you're heating water and you're trying to then cool down your space, and you can save money by just changing a different way and just taking a cold shower.
Or use the garden hose. Then you're outside for the whole thing. But I don't recommend that. Although I wouldn't do it. I don't think I can bring myself to it. Close your blinds and your curtains.
This is a really important one. So, the best way you can do to control the heat getting into your house is basically directly stopping that heat from coming in the first place. So if you've got nice thick blinds, putting them over the windows, and then the heat just gets radiated right back out, doesn't even heat the space in the first place, then you don't have to spend the money to cool it again.
It's funny, because in the winter we talk about creating a double window effect. You know how you say put that plastic wrap up in the windows?
Yep.
But that's not what we want to do in the summer, because that'll act as a greenhouse. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, basically you want to stop as much of that light getting into the living space.
So that's where curtains and blinds, not letting the sun in, will help you out.
Right.
Next thing, using your ceiling fans appropriately. How do you do that?
Totally. Ceiling fans are really important, especially in the evening times, like when it starts to cool off at night. We've had a lot of nice cool nights these days. If you open up your windows and have that fan will be bringing in that cooler air from outside and circulating that around. Just having that air moving will also make you feel warmer or cooler. So just having that cooling fan is a lot better sometimes than just blasting your AC all night long.
That's true. If you keep it by the bedside table, it's going to go a real long way.
Yep.
Next thing, hang your clothes on a clothesline. You don't always have to use the dryer.
Yeah, I mean, especially, being smart about using your oven or using a dryer. If you don't do those things in the heat of the day, then you're not going to feel so hot and then have to cool your space down a little better. So if you want to go spend some time outside and hang your clothes outside, you're not going to be heating your space, and you're not going to be spending money on heating with a dryer.
That's true. And similarly, you're saying with the stove, don't set something in your home for 400 degrees when you're trying to make your home cooler and closer to 60 degrees. Go outside, try to cook outdoors like we're doing today.
Yep, crock pots are great for that too. You don't have to heat the whole space with an oven. Use a crock pot, then you don't have to sort of re-cool that space because your oven's blasting heat into it.
And people can save a lot of time and money that way. Now,
definitely.
Lastly, this is a big one, and this is what a lot of people out there, myself included until we were talking about it earlier, don't get. Changing your light bulbs can save you so much money.
Yes. So the new light bulbs out there, the LEDs and CFLs, both of those are tube energy efficiency light bulbs. They save 75% of your lighting bill right off the bat. You plug them in.
So you have a light, and it's going to cost you $100 a year for that light. It would cost you $25 if you switched it up to a CFL?
Because basically the incandescent bulbs, all they do is spending so much money on actually creating heat another thing that's not good for the summertime when you're trying to cool your space.
Yeah.
But so you're heating all with light bulbs instead of actually just producing light. And so that's why the CFLs and the LEDs just produce light. That's what they're made for.
Now, Marin, unfortunately, we're almost out of time. The Mass Save program, though, is another great way that you can save so much money on your bills.
Definitely. I mean, getting an energy specialist into your house, looking at your house, looking at your insulation, your air sealing, what's going on with your lighting, your furnace, things like that is really important. So to have a specialist come out, it's no cost to you, and then they can make recommendations of the best steps to go forward.
That's huge. People are missing out if they're not doing it because it's no cost. And
no
that's the
cost to
important
them.
part.
Even the actual rebates and programs to actually do insulation, air sealing, most of that still is no cost or little cost to them.
Easy
so they can
enough.
make huge impact on your house.
Marin, always a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so